No, because obviously I've been saying to you, like, all I want is a swimming pool or the sea or whatever, but obviously if you go to Brighton or Bournemouth, everyone will be mobbed.
Yeah.
So, but there's two in the Lido, outdoor swimming pool, quite near me. Well, I say it's quite near me, it's about half an hour walk, 40 minutes. So the other day, I set off on the journey, but it was like 30 odd degrees, wasn't it? And it was absolutely sweltering and stuff. I walked through and stuff, and we walked through a park, but because it was a bit close up, I had to walk through big like bits of grass and stuff, and get there. And so I finally got there, and there was a big queue outside, and I thought, I won't piss him, because it wasn't that day I wanted to go anyway, it was the next day. And I said, I'll wait till the queue goes in, the people went in. I went up to the guy, sorry boy, very quickly, do I have to be a member, or do I come in now, or do I have to book, or what? He was like, you have to book, yeah, it's 45-minute slots. And I was like, right, fine, no worries. Just do it online? He was like, yeah. I was like, perfect, cheers, see you later. So I was walking back. Well, I went to the website and I was walking, got about 10-15 minutes along, again the blazing heat, going through it, and it was everything about it, like, it was like, where'd I book? Like, it was, so I was like, I'm sure I'll find it, but then I thought, do you know what? No, because I'll get him going home, it'll be a nightmare, like, I won't, so I just went back and was like, sorry to bother you, I'm on the website, there's no way to book. And he was like, the guy was like, oh no, pointed to this board, and it was like this big long thing, like //https/code ... It's like, you have to type that in. I was like, alright, scan that or something. I was like, on the website? He's like, no, you have to type it in from the thing. I was like, that's a bit weird. He was like, yeah, that's he was just like, yeah, that's what you have to do. Yeah. So I was like, right, fine. So I stood there, like, I moved out of the queue, and I was like, //htt, and I swear to God, it was like two two ruler-sized lines, like really small, and it went .s.
You're trying to do it on your iPhone.
On my iPhone, so I was like, but I was like, this could be a nightmare, so I kept doing it stuff, and I was like, got to the end, I was like, checked it, I was like, went to the thing, it was like, went to this website, swimming buyout or something, buy swimming pools, and I was like, no, I don't want that. So I was like, mate, I went on and he said to buy swimming pools. He was like, no, you've obviously done it wrong. So I said, well, I've not done it wrong, I just typed in what he told me to. He was like, well, you've obviously missed something because that's not the right one. I said, well, I know it's not, so I've typed that in, I did check it. He was like, no, you've obviously not done it right. So I was like, right, so what he was like, you have to type it in again. I was like, I'll type it in again. Right. So I was like, I went to the thing, and I went right up to it, I was like, make sure I was like, not even fast, I was like, / checking everyone, HTTP, and I did, it took me about 100 seconds to do it. It was like a minute and a half to just type in this address to make sure it was right. I was like, went through it again, click, swimming pool buyout. So I was like, nah. This guy comes over and goes, are you got on this website? I'm trying to do it as well. It's taking me to the swimming pool buyout thing. And I was like, yeah. I said, mate, look, I've done it again. And he's done it as well. He said, well, you both done it wrong then. So I was like, so at this point, I'm like, so hot, and I was like sweating. I was like, well, I said, what do you mean I've done it wrong? I said, you've just watched me stand and do it twice. And he was like, but he wasn't bothered. He was like, you've done it wrong. I was like, right, well, I've just done it twice, exactly what you've done. What I said, I've made sure I did it right, and it's taken me this. He's doing exactly the same. He goes, yeah, you both done it wrong. So I was like, so at that point, I was like, you're a fucking smart. So I said, well, you do it then. If you do it. He was like, took my phone. Straight to the website.
Are you joking?
No, and I went, but I was like, literally, I went, how have you done that? Sorry, smart. I was like, how have you done that? He was like, I just typed in. I was like, yeah, I typed. So I was like, at this point, I was like, what am I arguing? I was like, I went, cheers then, right? Fucking show, I was raging. Yeah. Website, tomorrow. Availability, nothing. So I went, there's nothing available anyway. He's like,
yeah, I know.
He goes, yeah, unlucky. I was like, cheers, mate. Walked off back in the fucking 35-degree heat home, sitting there just in my bacon in my house, red raw, being like, what a waste of fucking 2 hours, whatever it is, hours that was. Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable. Couldn't believe it.
Hello and welcome to the Football
I've just remembered what it is I was going to tell you.
Go on.
It's not really for the podcast though. I'll tell you after. I'm glad I remembered though.
I'll start again then, shall I?
Please do.
So, hello and welcome to the Football Humans. Just a cheeky little Euros reflection pod. It's me, myself, Mr. Andrew Wragg. Opposite me is Mr. John Abere.
Hello.
And we'll probably get him on the phone. Mr. Michael Felton is having a little worky poo day, so he's not in the pub. We're outside. It's been roasting hot, and it's just starting to rain. For some
it's needed though. It's needed. It's been too hot. It needs to break it up.
To be fair, I wouldn't mind if it rained now.
I know.
I'd actually quite enjoy a little bit of rain.
I would as well.
But yeah, so a lot has happened since last time we did a pod.
Yeah, when was it? When was the last one?
We didn't do any of over the Euros.
So what, we're talking 5-6 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Mad. Yeah, it's been loads going on. We'll probably miss out some stuff, but there's been nothing that important.
What's been your top 3 highlights of the Euros?
Number 1, Scotland being there for a start.
Being there?
Scotland.
Were you happy with how Scotland performed? No. Did you expect more from them? Did you think it was probably fair over the games?
I thought before the England game is one you think about, and I thought for some reason, no matter what happened in the other 2 games, I thought Scotland put up a good fight against England. I thought they'd be up for it, which they were. And they put in a good performance, and they got the draw, which is great, because I mean, you can't really you can say, well, we deserve to win it, but you can't really argue with a point at Wembley. The squad that England have got and the squad that Scotland have got, it's chalk and cheese. So, but yeah, I thought they'd might have done a bit better against the Czechs and Croatia, because the Czechs ended up doing quite well, and Croatia did okay as well. But I mean, I feel like Scotland on the day, if they played like they did when they played England, and showed a bit kind of courage and a bit kind of more fight and confidence, really, to go and actually tackle the ball and win the game and stuff. I think they could have at least got a point in both games, possibly beaten one of them, because especially Croatia probably. I think Modric is obviously a different class, still is, but the kettle's boiling. Someone's having a cup of tea. No, that's the roof closing in the pub, which is
it's like we're at Wimbledon.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking that
they're putting the roof on, mate.
Centre court.
Eh?
But slightly disappointed. I thought they should have done better against the Czechs and Croatia. So, but anyway, it's a one step at a time. They've got there the first time in 20
but to not get beat by England, that's a big thing, isn't it? Like,
I mean, Scotland and Italy were the only teams that England didn't beat in the whole competition. So fair enough. There we go. But I mean, the thing is, Scotland.
You say it like that.
Well, we're a smaller nation, but we're not Malta. We're not Andorra. I mean, we can't. We've got the same population. In fact, bigger than Belgium. So if there's, I've talked about this loads of times before, I won't go into too much, but if there's more put in the grassroots football, more actually kind of focusing on youth players and coaches and the way we start from a young age and stuff, we should have better players than we've had over the years. But saying that, the boys coming through now, I really like Billy Gilmore, and John McGinn's a good player. We've got a few decent players in there. Kieran Tierney, Andy Robertson.
Obviously better than Tierney.
Do you think even now?
Do you not think?
Would you say Robertson's a better player than Tierney?
He's your best player in the tournament.
Randy Robertson?
Do you think so? 100%.
Well, the thing is,
name a better player than him in the tournament for you guys. Really?
I think Kieran Tierney. No, the thing is, I won't argue with you, because Robertson had a good tournament, and Robertson's a good player. He's not going to be a Champions League winner, a Premiership winner with Liverpool if he's not a good player. But I just think that I think people will notice Tierney more now than they did, because Robertson, they were noticing him because his team he played for Celtic in Scottish League. He wasn't noticed as much, and I think now, I know a few Arsenal fans down here, they were saying at the time, they're like, well, he's not really proving himself and stuff, but now they're saying, listen, he's captain, he's the best player in our team and stuff, and you'll start to see that. I think Tierney's a different class. I think Scotland have got Bases a good squad. They lack a good couple of strikers, like decent strikers. Yeah. Similar, I wouldn't say similar, but like the same problem that Spain have got. I think Spain were really, really good, apart from the fact they've not got a good enough strike force. And Spain could have been winners if they'd taken their chances.
So so the highlights. So Scotland making it and being there.
Yeah.
Another highlight. Anything stand out?
Not really.
It was a bit underwhelming, was it?
Did you think so?
Was it a bit too much football? Was it like after the season we've had?
Yeah.
Like this is genuine. Like this is how I felt. it took me probably till the second week to actually get Euros fever. Whereas normally when the Euros come on, or like World Cup or something, I'm there straight away. First couple of games, I'm like, fuck it, this is it. 3 games a day or whatever, you know, like absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
It was a slow burn for me getting into the Euros. This because I was just like, well, the season's just finished.
Yeah.
I'm sick of all this, like, you know, half crowd, some crowd,
I know.
You know, all that rubbish.
I know.
And I found it hard to really get into it, like to really like.
I think
I know
exactly what you mean, and I think it is down to the fact that the stadiums were half full, and it looked like it was last season almost like a kind of a friendly or something.
Yeah.
But saying that,
who's the biggest disappointment? Who was the biggest disappointment overall?
Well, you've got to say France.
Would you say France or would you say Belgium?
No, I don't think Belgium at all, actually, because I thought Belgium, I didn't think Belgium would get out of the group, actually. I just thought, because the team they've got is so aging. People look at the names and go, oh, back to the Valderweireld, Vermaelen and Vertonghen. I'm thinking, well, they're all about 35. Yeah. Vermaelen only played for Arsenal and Barcelona, but for the last 2 or 3 years before he went to Japan, he only played a handful of games. Yeah. So for me, he could be described as finished. Vertonghen and Alderweireld are obviously way past their best. Hazard's hardly kicked the ball all season. Who else is there?
Lukaku's on fire. De Bruyne's great.
Lukaku and De Bruyne, yeah. But I just think that Belgium were a lot more of a force 2 years ago.
But it's interesting because I feel like Belgium have kind of got that sort of aura around England when they had the golden generation, where you expect them to win things because of the players they've got.
Yeah.
Whereas actually, like, it could be seen as a failure. I mean, they're getting to the quarterfinals.
Absolutely, and I can't disagree with you. The names on paper they should be challenging, really challenging, and they should have been for the last 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
And it might be like England. I actually never thought of it like that. I was
never quite get it together and just never quite reach it. Like,
yeah, and the thing I noticed the other day was actually watching an interview with Rio Ferdinand, Frank Lampard, and Steven Gerrard of why it didn't work with England, and they all were just completely honest in saying we didn't really like each other because
it was the cliques. I saw the same thing.
Yeah.
Man United sat over there, Liverpool sat over here,
and what
Chelsea
was more
over
important
there,
was the Premier League. Your club was more important.
than England.
So and
you don't get that now. You don't get the feeling that's the case now.
But it's because and they're all kind of playing the same league, and a lot of Belgian players play in England as well, or have played in England, so they're all kind of rivals as well. So whereas the Italian stuff, there's in maybe other countries and stuff, maybe not. Italy's probably a bad example because a lot of these players do play in Italy, but I don't know. There's something about the Italians. They playing for Italy is the most important thing ever. And you see in the national anthem when they sing, they're all screaming it and just desperate for a fight after it. Whereas you watch God Save the Queen, some of them don't even sing it. Do you know what I mean? It's just kind of it goes past and it's very kind of blasé, and then it's like. And the thing is, the main thing is, I'm going on about here, but I think the main thing is the media. There's so much pressure on the fans, the journalists, the media to do well, and they know they're going to get slaughtered either way. And even if somebody they do win, but somebody doesn't have a good game, somebody's going to get slaughtered because it's so important to sell papers and stuff over here. There's to be a drama over something. So maybe, it's in England's hands. If they want to win something, it's in England's hands.
Were you surprised at how far England got, like getting to a final?
No, I wasn't, because at the start of the tournament, I actually thought France, England, and Portugal would be in the semi. The three out of the 4 in the semis. France, England, and Portugal, and I was really wrong. I think Portugal were a bit underwhelming as well, actually.
John didn't really turn up for Portugal.
Bruno Fernandes, not
at all.
Neves, Ronaldo, top goal scorer. I fancied that at the start of the minute. I didn't put a bet on it. I was going to, but I didn't. I thought I'd just leave it. 12-1. Waste of time. Should have done that. I didn't.
No, you shouldn't, because they didn't win.
No, but Ronaldo was top goal scorer.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was joint, wasn't it?
No, he was top goal scorer.
Was he actually out and out? Wow.
Was it 5 goals or something?
Yeah.
But I think England as well. But the thing is as well, everyone gets overhyped, and what annoys me is like obviously I mean, we have banter and stuff about like Scotland-England rivalry and whatever else, and everyone else in other countries and England's rivalry, because nobody seems to like England. It's not the country. I have to make this perfectly clear.
It's the fans, isn't it?
It's the fans.
It's the attitude.
Yeah, and I keep saying the English football team, but it's actually not the team. I don't dislike English players. It's the fans and it's the journalists and it's the media, where it's like they're all scum.
It's coming home. Is it the song? Is it the song
it's
that gets
It's
you?
that arrogance when people stop me in the supermarket and mate, what's coming out? It's like, but why are you being so cocky about it? Just, do you know what I mean? People say, I just feel like it's not the World Cup. Like you had a really easy ride, and England always seem to have a really easy ride through the competitions. It's like you got a really easy draw again. I mean, who was playing each other? Belgium, Italy, France, all this, and you got who's at Ukraine and who was the other one? I can't remember who it was. But then
Denmark.
Yeah, but for the World Cup, you've got a pretty easy one as well until you come up against Colombia, who aren't even top 10 in the world, I would say.
But they're dirty bastards.
Yeah, but they're a decent team.
But
as soon as you come up against a decent team, you get beat. And Gareth Southgate got an OBE. It's like
no, we beat them. Hang on, whoa, we beat Colombia.
Who was
Croatia?
That's right. That's it. Croatia.
Semi-final.
Croatia.
So, yeah.
So I just think it's so much hype and pressure, and when it happens, people are so kind of never stop talking about it. It's like ramming down people's throats. Oh, it's coming home, and it's like just relax. But the media still get involved and still having to go at English players and still this and that, and then the fans, as soon as someone miss a penalty, it's like racial abuse. It's just like they're an unlikable set of fans, because I'm talking. It's not. I've got so many English mates sitting there talking to you. Anyone, I want them to win for you guys. But when I see the telly and I see the scumbags in the telly, and I've seen it at games, I've seen it when they go over the world, and they ask people, why does everyone like Scotland and Ireland, they don't like England? It's because we go for a piss up and have a great laugh, and we get involved in locals and have a sing song and have a great time and a holiday. They go and they just want to smash the place up. That's all they want to do. Every time they go to Amsterdam, they'll just chuck all the bikes in the canals, and it's like, well, you're not a likable country, but that part of your country, the football side of it, is not likable. And these kind of guys is the ones that kept Jerry McKyle on the telly for so many years. It's because they're pretty low life. And you've seen that after. It's proven when they smashed up Leicester Square and they've left lit everywhere, and they've just been smashing shit up and racial abuse on Twitter and all the rest of it. So I mean, yeah, that side of it, they've only got themselves to blame. But on paper, England shouldn't be that far away from winning something. And yeah, you never know. It might be next year.
Never know. You do never know. I mean, you touched on the racism thing. It's obviously just horrible what Rashford and Saka and Sancho have had.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how people can support a team, can boo them taking the knee and all that sort of thing. Like, it goes beyond football. It's about society, and it's about like respect and it's just
100%.
totally abhorrent to me. Like, I don't fucking get it.
Well, that's because I think it's because you're a normal person.
I don't understand it.
Well, I think you're touching it personally, because what they're saying is it's not right. But like, you can't just do that. You can't do this and that. But I'm sitting there going, there's no point in saying that, because any normal person like myself and myself, we know that. There's no point in telling scum not to be scum, because they're scum. That's the end of it. There's no point in saying, do you know what you did is wrong there? He's going to go, no, because he doesn't even explain it. They want to cause trouble. They want to offend.
The thing that gets me is, like, in this day and age, with camera phones and with CCTV and all that, you would hope that they would be able to be found.
Well, I think a lot of them.
All these people, like, you would hope they'd be able to be found just banged up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's social media's problem as well, though.
Yeah.
They have got to make a change. I still can't believe they come back and say, what's this? That's our policy. It's people's privacy.
It's mental.
If that's you have to shut down if we can't be. It's not working.
Yeah.
You can't have it.
You could open up a Twitter account as anything and say anything to anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And they'll say, well,
and have no. And
it's privacy.
At the moment, have no sort of consequence.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
does have to change.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Shall we see if we can get Mr. Michael Felton on the phone?
Yeah.
Mr. Michael Felton is unavailable. He's under the cosh at work, and he can't make it for this week's podcast. But he sent us a little note to. Do you want to read out a statement, John?
Yeah, the statement, yeah.
Statement from Michael, whether he was happy with England.
Yeah. So Wragg asked him. He said, Are you happy with England's performance? Just one question, one question only. Are you happy with England's performance? And he wrote back saying, "Oh, for sure, you have to be. Would have taken reaching the final at the beginning," which is right. Wragg agrees.
Agreed. Yeah.
And he went on to say, "Feel the selection of the squad was tested in the final and could have done with more midfielders in there. And pen choices were a bit sus, but other than that, can't complain." No, that's probably quite right. I probably agree with that. Everyone's been going about the penalty choices. Obviously, there's been horrendous abuse on Twitter of the boys who stepped up and missed, which is just obviously no need to go on. It's completely unacceptable. But apparently, these were the guys who. I mean, there was more that said they would take it, but they were quite happy to take it, and that's the end of it. But talking about midfielders' point, who
Mason Mount shouldn't have been on that second half for me.
Yeah.
I would have had someone a little bit more creative, and it scared that, and you saw that with the pace of Saka when he had to haul him down.
Yeah.
They didn't change it to get
put them under more pressure.
And to really stretch and test those aging centre backs. And for me, that was the wrong tactics.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for us to say. I totally agree with you.
Totally.
It is. I'm sure Southgate must have thought of that. Yeah. But I mean, that's Keelan and Bonucci are absolute stalwarts in world football and will be forever as absolute rocks. And it's Italian defence of the last 20 years with Barzagli and Maldini and all the rest of it as well. But yeah, you feel like the pace that England have.
They were there for the taking.
Yeah, that's the only
weakness
and they
had a red card in them, and all that sort of thing. Just get at them, get Saka on, and just bomb, with pace at them.
Yeah.
I felt that was the only thing he didn't change quick enough.
Yeah.
That's the only criticism. Because I criticised him in the first game when he had Trippier playing as a left back, and that worked out fine.
Yeah.
I criticised all the way through until probably the quarter final when I was like, you know what? Just go with whatever he goes with, because he knows what he's doing. His game management is on top, and he's doing a really good job. And I felt the only letdown of the final was you could see in that second half he needed to change that to a 4-3-3. He really did.
He didn't change it quick enough.
And he didn't change it quick. Yeah. That's the only regret surely he's got. But going to penalties, I think, let's face it, Rashford's penalty was a bad penalty. He did everything. He sent the keeper the wrong way, all that sort of stuff. Just slot it in. There's no.
I knew Rashford was going to miss it.
There's no excuse.
Because he's had a terrible 18 months and he's been so busy. There's lots of outside football as well. It's definitely distracted him. Distracted him. It's almost he's had another career with football alongside. You can't be a Premiership footballer playing for Manchester United in England and have another career on the side as well. You can't do both. And his football career has suffered. And look at Rashford's penalties are normally impeccable. And look at the one when he won it at PSG, last kick of the ball against Buffon.
Yeah. High pressure. Exactly.
No ball. It was a perfect penalty. I mean, he just doesn't look. He needs a break. He needs a break.
Yeah, his confidence
on
the pitch wasn't really there.
No.
And you would hazard I'd have put Grealish further up 100%. To take a penalty because he was confident. He was playing well.
Yeah.
He's come out on social media and said that he wanted to take one.
Yeah, and I think quite a few did as well.
And I would have probably put him above Sancho and maybe Rashford, but then. Yeah. Then I would have put Grealish.
If you take away names in the England team, which is, the England squad has always got names in it, but Grealish is the one who's the most kind of like Paul Gascoigne, where it's like the one who will get the ball and he's the most exciting player. He will get the ball, he'll run at them, he won't lose confidence, he'll run at teams and he'll create something out of nothing. And even if he has a bad game, he's one of those players that can have a really bad 8 to 9 minutes but come up with something special out of nowhere. And Grealish is that type of player. So I mean, yeah.
The final was disappointing, obviously, and I'm going to put it on the podcast. And it's Michael, when you listen back to this podcast, it's on you, mate, because for the whole tournament you didn't wear an England shirt, and if you were here right now, I'd be telling you, why'd you put that England shirt on, mate?
Oh, did he put the England shirt on for the final?
For the final.
What an idiot!
Do you know what I mean?
That's stupid get.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I told him it was his fault. told him it was his fault. He said, he'd change it at half time because he'd not worn an England shirt the whole tournament.
So the only time he had an England shirt on was when they...
In the final. It's all... If you listen to this, listeners, it's all on Michael Felton. He wore an England shirt for final.
Breaking news exclusive. Michael Felton is to blame for England's
It's to blame.
loss.
It's not...
It's not coming home because of him.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not Saka, it's not Rashford or Sancho, it's
Rass.
It's Rass, wearing the England shirt.
That scumbag.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's hard to say. I'm sorry just to have to say that and to put that out there, but he changed his ways.
Yeah, I'm calling scum. I'm delighted. So thanks, Rass, for doing that because I was supporting Italy anyway. There we go. Problem solved. Rass wear an English shirt and we'll all be happy.
There you go. As a tournament, though, like, I mean, overall, I enjoyed it. England got to a final.
Some fans been back.
That is
better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. I'm looking forward to the World Cup, but also not looking forward to it being in Qatar for Christmas.
No, absolutely not.
That just feels wrong.
Yeah.
What do we? Let's touch on that. Like Argentina winning the Copa America and like Messi finally winning a trophy with Argentina. That's long overdue.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, the best player in the world for the last 15 years. I mean, you would have thought he won something with his international team. It's weird with Argentina. It's probably similar with England when you've got a strike force of Messi, Aguero, Di Maria, Higuain, and they don't win anything. They didn't really come close. I'm not really 100% sure about Copa Americas in the past recently. I don't stay in touch with them as much as I do, obviously, the World Cup. But I mean, Argentina haven't been close for a long time. But yeah, it's long overdue. And he's just signed a new 5-year deal with Barcelona. Do you know that? Yeah.
That's mental, isn't it?
So,
how old is it going to be?
He'll be 39.
39.
So it was kind of like he was going to leave, but it's the same every year. I'm so glad it's finished because it's like every year it's I'm going to go to America, I'm going to come to England. I'm sick of it because he never does. So it's like his contract's run up. It's like he's out of contract. He's left Barcelona, but everyone's still going, signing him with Barcelona. So it's like it's really irritating as an outsider to keep going along this story. It's a waste of time. But he said he's taking a 50% pay cut to sign 5-year deal, right? So I was thinking, I think he was on 500 grand a week, so 250 grand a week still all right
for 5 years.
But I was wrong.
What was he on?
Apparently, he was on, and I might be correct today. He was on £3 million a week. And he's going to be on 1.5 million a year.
No, fuck off. That's with like endorsements, surely. That's not his basic wage.
Apparently, I've been told that was his wage.
This sounds school tax. This sounds school fucking playground shit to me, mate.
Isn't that? Apparently,
that can't be right. That's mental.
I heard it through one of Britain's most exclusive newspaper.
What, the Sun?
I can't name names. I'm not getting. Yeah, no, it was the.
No, it was the Daily Mirror.
It was the Balham Gazette. No.
That is mental if that is true. Can you imagine? That's just nuts. But I know he's Messi, but why would you give him a 5-year deal right now?
It's because I think his name alone is an absolute
sell so many
merchandise, everything for Barcelona. The most famous player in the world, the best player ever, possibly best player ever, playing for Barcelona and have his name at Barcelona. And they've apparently told him that he can have any job he wants at Barcelona when he retires.
That's nuts. I mean, fair play.
He's not going to.
Is it?
He's not going to be the under-17s coach.
It's not, is it?
Or the kit man. Do you know what I mean? No offence to kit men or under-17s coaches, but you know what I mean? So,
do you think he would be a manager? It'd be weird to see.
I think Ronaldo might manage. I think Ronaldo might be. I mean, look at these guys now. The guys like them two, and then before that, David Beckham and stuff. They're more celebrities now. They're almost movie stars that don't star in movies.
Icons and all that bollocks.
Rather than going into coaching and getting the nitty gritty of starting at the bottom.
Surprised that Rooney at Derby.
I don't think he'll be a good manager.
Do you think he's going to last at Derby?
I think they'll keep him because of his name.
It came out today. They were all right to start signing players and the
contract players,
you know, all that sort of thing.
Because apparently they didn't have a single centre back in the club.
Yeah. Interesting.
But they'll keep him because of his name until they get back on their feet. I think they'll. everyone in the world looks at Wayne Rooney as a name, innit? So it's like Derby County, it keeps Derby County on the map. But the way they're going just now, the squad they've got, they're signing out of contract players, but not on a low wages. They might be signing League 1, League 2 players. Derby might get relegated and head down there as well.
Yeah.
Happened at Portsmouth, happened at like Sheffield Wednesday and Leeds and Southampton and stuff. It could happen at Derby.
Could do, yeah.
Anyway, good luck to them.
Anyway, we're reviewing the Euros.
Yeah.
As a review of the Euros, did the right team win the competition?
I think absolutely, and I was saying this when I got to the kind of quarters. I thought Italy with their squad, I thought it's an Asian squad, and even the ones out with the names.
They played as a team. They
and
played
that's
as a
and that's
team.
Always Italy, because I always write with Italy. I'll say that Italy won't win it this year because look at the squad; it's not very strong and stuff. But because they are out there to fight for each other and their country every second, it doesn't really matter about what names you've got. If you've got guys who are professional football players who are just willing to put their heart on the line for everybody, then they'll go back.
Their backroom as well was brilliant, wasn't it?
Vialli.
You know, Vialli, Mancini, obviously, and
I think it's amazing. Yeah.
Lombardo.
I know. Lombardo looks. It was you who said he looks younger than he did 20 years ago, and that's true. But Vialli, especially, he's beaten pancreatic cancer twice, which is something. I mean, don't want to be on a sour note. I mean, that's a terrible, terrible disease. It's one of the worst cancers you can get, and he's beaten it twice.
Yeah.
So well done to him. No, pleased for them. But no, it's a pleasure to watch Italy because that's what you want to watch in football. Guys going mad and just like fighting for the ball.
What was your favourite match that happened? Like, what do you think was the best match to watch?
I think Croatia-Spain was a really good match.
Yeah.
3-3 it finished. And then what was the other one? It finished 3-3 as well later on that night. It was two games.
There was two games that were absolute belters, weren't there?
Yeah, it was another one, 3-3 as well. Was it Belgium?
It might have been
I can't remember who it was, but there was two games in the same day.
They were like literally amazing games.
Yeah.
There was so. I can't remember what it was, but it was the most enjoyable 2 games of the tournament.
And saying that, there was a few times, obviously, you're saying earlier, it was like kind of it was over football and stuff, and it was kind of like so much. But there was 2 or 3 days where there was nothing, and I was kind of like, what am I going to do tonight? Do you know what I mean? I need football.
Yeah.
So we do miss it. We miss it madly when it's not around. Well, with not normal football. I mean, not just anything, but fans, just normal football. We miss.
Definitely.
What it was. Anyway, hope to be back to it soon.
Definitely. So join us in a few weeks. We will do our usual predictions episode where John Berry will massively predict that Everton will be in the top 4.
I think there's a few issues there at the moment. I don't think I'll back this year.
Well, we'll talk about that off air so we don't get done for liable.
Yeah, I think we'll be back 3rd of August or Monday, Tuesday.
Something like that.
We'll have 2nd or 3rd of August. Yeah.
We'll have a little bit of a our predictions and our outlook for the new season. I mean, let's face it, football is like continuous, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy how
Hearts
quickly
are playing tonight in the League Cup. I mean, we're back already.
How quickly it comes around.
Back already,
yeah. Which is always good.
Yeah.
But until then, we shall see you.
Goodbye.